Good morning. Myself, Dr. Ritesh Kumar Saraswat, Assistant Professor in EC Department of MLB Textile and Engineering College, Bhilwara. In continuation of previous lecture regarding sampling process, today we will discuss the type of sampling. Basically, there are the three types of sampling: instantaneous sampling, natural sampling, and flat top sampling. So let us start. The first one is the instantaneous sampling. In instantaneous sampling, as shown in as represented in the this one PPT, figure A represent the continuous time signal x dash of t. Figure B represent the impulse train with the time duration of the Ts, 2Ts, 3Ts, 4Ts, and similar way in negative side minus Ts, minus 2Ts, minus 3Ts. Okay, and the figure C represent a circuit of a switch where the input side is x dash of t, output is g dash of t. X dash of t is a continuous time signal, g dash of t is a sampled form of x dash of t, and the mediator term and the middle term represent a switch where at a particular instant the switch may be connected to upper side or may be connected to lower side. When it is connected to upper side, that means the input is just same as transmitted to output. When the switch is connected to lower side, which is connected to the ground, so the output will be 0. So when the switch is connected to upper side, g dash of t equals to x dash of t, and when the switch is connected to downward side, the g dash of t equals to 0. So it is just working as a switch with the switching position is changed with the time duration of Ts. So the outcome of the figure C will represent in the figure D, where the impulses are generated with the time duration of Ts, 2Ts, 3Ts, 4Ts. Because of that, at the time of Ts, switch is connected to upper side. That means switch is connected to on condition, output will be present. When the next 2Ts again switch is connected to upper side, that means the output will be present. And between the Ts and 2Ts, the switch is connected to the lower side, that is connected to ground, that means output will be 0. So basically it will be generating the impulses as according to the continuous time signal, where the amplitude is changes as according to continuous time signal, and creating the different samples with respect to time duration of Ts. So it is known as the instantaneous sampling. Next is the natural sampling. In case of natural sampling, when we compare with the instantaneous sampling, whereas in case of instantaneous sampling we are using the impulse train, but in case of natural sampling we are using the pulse train. Here is a pulse, not impulse. So we have to using here the rectangular pulses with the time duration of Ts, and the width of the pulses are the tau, and the difference between the two adjacent square rectangular pulses are the Ts, where the Ts is equals to 1 upon f of s. Ts is the sampling time duration. So as shown in the this PPT, figure A is represents similar way in the previous PPT, x dash of t, it is a continuous time signal. Figure B represent a pulse train, not impulse train. It is a pulse train where the time duration of Ts between the pulses and the width of pulses are the tau. And same approach are applied for the continuous time signal and the pulse train, which are generating the this one sample form as shown in the figure C, where the pulse amplitude are changes as according to the continuous time signal. When the continuous time signal is positive, the amplitude of pulse are increases. When the continuous time signal is decreasing, that means the amplitude of the pulses are decreasing, and the shape of the pulses are changes as according to the shape of the continuous time signal. Next, third one, sampling is the flat top sampling. Flat top sampling, so as observed in figure V, the top of the pulses are flat, whereas in case of natural sampling, the top are not in the flat shape. So there is the difference between the natural and the flat top sampling is that in case of flat top sampling, samples, top of the samples are in flat nature, as given in the circuit diagram shown in the figure A, where are the two switches G1 and G2. G1 is the sampling switch, G2 are the discharge switch, and these two switches are connected with the parallel with capacitor C, and the output is G dash of T. X dash of T is the input is continuous time signal, G dash of T is a flat top sampled form of the X dash of T. The edge, consider the working of this one circuit diagram is that initially when the G1 switch is in on condition, that means the capacitor is charges and the output will be present as shown in the first one pulse with duration of with width of the tau, and after a time tau, when G1 is in off condition and G2 is in the on condition. Okay, so the capacitor is starting to the discharge mode. Okay, next again when the G1 is in on condition, so next pulse is generated, and after a duration of tau, G2 is on, G1 is off, that means the capacitor is starting to the discharging mode. So ultimately the top of the pulse will be flat, because of that the duration of the tau, capacitor will store the charge not in decreasing manner. So because of that capacitor is also working as a storing element, so it will be store the charge, and during the storing the charges, the top will be the flat, top will be the constant, output will be the constant. So the constant will be represented by the flat top nature.